morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, I hope you're feeling fine. The sun is just above the hill, another day for us to fill with all the things we love to do. Oh, can't you hear? It's calling you, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, it's time to rise and shine.
I do have to include you on this. So you crush up 10 graham crackers. Require 10 graham crackers and 6 tablespoons of melted butter. I've already melted the butter. It's sitting there next to the eggs. I put a towel over my bag so that when you go to crush your graham crackers, it doesn't bust your bag. And always use the flat side of your mallet or whatever utensil you have. Crushy, crushy. Crushed up graham crackers. So do that a bunch. I should tell you, first thing we're making are pumpkin bars. We're actually doing the first step of pumpkin bars because these are layered and it requires the first layer to be set before putting the second layer on. And we want to make sure it's actually set, so we will need to plug in the freezer downstairs so I can use that to set it. All right, so your first step, combine your 10 crushed up graham crackers and your 6 tablespoons of melted butter in a mixing bowl. I'm using this one. I'm not going to use my stand mixer for that. Just use this with a fork or whisk. Once combined, it should look like this. This is a pastry blender. So if you wanted to use a pastry blender, you could use that. But a fork is basically a pastry blender that's not stretched out. Your next step will be to put the graham cracker, oh boy, almost just dropped all of my eggs. Put your graham crackers in the bottom of a greased 9x13 baking dish. We have this one. Let's put the graham crackers in. I greased my pan with some coconut oil and the remnants of the butter, melted butter that was in my dish. Packed it in there, put it in your fridge or freezer to chill. Now is the next step. Okay, so your next step will be to combine 32 ounces of cream cheese. Make sure it was room temperature. A cup and a half of sugar, 4 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, we're going to combine them together. It says to stir, so you're going to want to use the flat paddle and turn it on like a 2 and just let it go and scrape the sides if you need to. Just let everything combine together. So after everything is combined, full disclosure, I switched it to the beater because I didn't like how slow and not consistent, smooth that the mixture was getting with the other beater, the other whip or whatever. So you have your cream cheese mixture. It is nice and smooth. You're going to take half, put it in another bowl, or well, take half and put it on your chilled crummy bits. Okay, so while your bottom half of your pumpkin bars are freezing, are in the freezer, setting up and all that, we are going to work on the pumpkin spice cheesecake. You'll need your 9-inch springform pan. Grease that up. You'll need 4 tablespoons of butter and something else. Let me look. A cup and a half of crushed ginger snap cookies. Could be thinking to yourself, how many cookies is a cup and a half of ginger snaps? Crushed ginger snaps. It's 24. You're welcome. So again, we greased the bottom of your 9-inch springform pan. I used the leftover butter that was in the dish there to grease the pan, the bottom and the sides, bottom and sides. Now we're going to put our gingerbread crumb mixture in the bottom of that. Get it all in there and pack it down. Once packed down, it should look like this. Evenly spread out. I do have some bigger chunks of gingerbread. If you can get it up some of the side of your pan, also good thing. So next step. Okay, so once your cream cheese is softened and creamy in your pan, your pot, your mixer, you're gonna add 3 eggs, 1 egg yolk, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, 3/4 tablespoon of pumpkin spice, a 1.5 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Yeah, I think that's it right now. Just blend that all together. Once that's all combined, you will beat in 2 tablespoons of flour and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Once that's combined, we're going to put it in here, your preheated oven of 350 for 1 hour. All right, so now back at our cheesecake pumpkin bars. Remember, we split the cheesecake in half and we have half of it freezing. Well, you're going to use the other half of your cheesecake mix. Add 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree and stir it all together. Once your puree is all mixed in with your cream cheese mixture, it should look like this. It's not solid because that's what happens when you bake it. So now, put your filling in your cheesecake mold. I have 15 minutes left on my timer. It is smoky in my. See, this is not from my. This is smoke. It's smoky in here. More than likely, we need to clean out my oven. But check this out. It raises. Oh yeah, very smoky. Holy buckets. But that's funny. It raises. It rose, like you see my cheesecake there. It's gonna be a tall boy for sure. So if you have a smaller size pan, be careful. It'll probably overflow. Our next step will be to put the pumpkin puree mixed cream cheese stuff on top of the frozen stuff. The stuff is not frozen yet, so I'm gonna wait for the hour timer to go off with this cheesecake. Then we'll see how firm that in the freezer is. Hopefully it's firmed up. We can put I covered it with a towel. We can put our mixture on top and then bake. Okay, after spending an hour in the freezer, our bottom is not solid, but it is firmed up. So now we can take our pumpkin puree part, put that on top, put it in our preheated 325 oven for some time. I will check it. For 30 minutes. Then we will be making our cinnamon sugar crumb topping. All right, so we're combining butter, flour, brown sugar, and cinnamon in a bowl here. This is gonna make our crumb topping. My butter is a little bit melted, not a big deal. 35 minutes in the oven. Your crumb topping is ready. This is not set, so it should still be a little wiggly. We're going to put the crumb topping in, back in the oven for another 25 minutes. So I'll tell you why. Alexa, stop! You tell her. I'll tell you why it's important to allow your cheesecake to cool in the mold completely. So you can see here, it's separating from its side. So once it is completely cool, it should be fully separated. And I don't know why, but I blended the crap out of this. And for some reason, you can see like cheesecake chunks in there, the cream cheese chunks. I don't understand why that is. And also it's deflated. So it's gonna puff up, but then it deflates, as you can see. All right, my alarm went off to take the crummy crumbs out. Cheesecake, pumpkin bars. You can see the layers. It is not cooled down. Everything will be cooled down. Once it's cooled down, we can just put the topping on, topper on cover. And that'll be cooled down. Sitting on this nice rack that my dad made for this. I guess you can use it for other things, but I use it for this. Yes. Okay. Thus concludes our baking experience. Aren't they cute? Look at them. Just sleeping together. Oh, they're so cute. I'm going to take a cue from Russ and Kitty. I'm going to take myself a nap. But I'm going to do it up here where it's quite warm. It's very toasty in here. Not like very toasty like I needed a strip. But it's nice and toasty warm. Don't worry about my lips. They're shiny because I put ointment on. Right here feels really chapped. So I put the Neosporin on my lips to see if it'll help heal whatever is happening. Time for nap. Time for some leftovers. Ham with the green bean casserole, tater tot casserole. Yeah, it's hot. Good evening. It's 9 o'clock. Good Burger is on. I'm gonna do something I wouldn't normally do, and I don't really recommend, but I need to save some time in the morning. I'm gonna take a shower this evening. So I'm gonna take a shower, and that's it for tonight. So have yourself a good night. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll see you Monday. Toodles.